What do organizations do when they can't make money the way they used to? What do businesses do when their old revenue streams dry up? Why, they diversify, of course. So, on that note, we read from Reuters this week that the Islamic State, or ISIS, now earns millions of dollars per year by running car dealerships and fish farms in Iraq. This is to make up for the loss of oil income. Its oil income is way down because it has lost control of a number of oil fields after battlefield losses. It used to make as much as nearly $3 billion a year in oil and gas revenue coming from Iraq and Syria, but between airstrikes and seizures of land and attacks on their transportation infrastructure, it has become harder for them to make money out of oil in the Islamic State. So they are switching. Now, some of this information comes as a result of defections, and defectors have confessed, but it is interesting to see how the Islamic State is attempting to survive as the counterattack escalates. Fish farms apparently have been a source of revenue for militants since 2007, when Al-Qaeda, which was in many ways, most ways, the Islamic State's predecessor, fought U.S. occupation forces, and was using them as a source of revenue. Now, the Islamic State is also taxing or blackmailing or shaking down, depending on how you look at it, people in its control as well. Now, they're using a lot of this money to persuade people to join them. They are paying salaries to their fighters. They are giving their fighters rent allowances. They're giving financial awards for up to 4 children, and they occasionally pay out bonuses, such as the one they gave of $1,000 each to fighters who recaptured Mosul. Now, the question becomes, okay, we know that they are selling cars. We know that they are breeding and selling fish. What do we do to disrupt the revenue? If we can't prevent them from selling it, is there anything of a nonviolent nature specifically that we can do to prevent them from buying it? Now, we've been spectacularly unsuccessful in getting international sources to quit buying their oil, so it might be difficult to do that in this case. And in the car dealerships, I suspect they're selling most of those within ranges under their control. But still, it's good to get a financial picture of what we're dealing with and who we're up against, and it's good. We're about diplomatic solutions here wherever possible. We think that violence is rarely the way to go. And we certainly believe that in this case. But it is important to get a financial or economic picture of the people that we are up against. So our recommendation would be to devote a lot more intelligence work into understanding how this revenue is being collected and seeing what we can do to disrupt it, in using diplomacy much more aggressively to make sure that people are not buying from, and just as we try to discourage the purchase of blood diamonds in other parts of the world, that we do not purchase blood oil or blood fish or blood anything else from ISIS or any other state, legitimate and otherwise, that is unethical in its structure.